Okay, so what is the concept we'll be discussing it? We'll be discussing on CMD, command line argument. It can be like a C command line argument. Guys, can anyone tell me what is this command line argument? क्या होता है command line argument? Look here, guys. Compared to every other programming, this command line programming is very powerful. Okay, this command, taking command and acting towards the command is very much powerful. Okay, I will tell you certain things why this command line is very powerful. Okay, so look out here, guys. It will take a command. It will take a command. It will never stop it. After taking a command, it will go directly. It will go and act it. Okay, there is an action part itself. After taking or receiving the command, if I tell you something, okay, go exit the meeting, right? I will tell you simply. I will tell it. Okay, exit the meeting. What happens when I tell that? You take the command seriously, and you'll in a fraction of a second you will exit the meeting, right? So once the command is taken, the task is operated, right? The action is done. Okay, to fix it, you need to run it again one more time. Again, one more time, I need to tell the command, right? So come again, right? Again, the login happens, right? So this command, when you are operating this command in a computer, in a maybe like a machine, once you are given, after performing all the tasks, it will end it. Okay, so there is such a set of instruction which acts on it. Okay, why it is very much powerful, I will tell you one thing. Okay, so whenever the command line receives, once the command line is received, there will be no interpreters, there will be no one to stop you, right? Whereas here, whenever you are reading, maybe like using a scanf, right? So you are waiting it, right? So you're printing something, you're doing some operation, again the scanf will come, again you are reading two numbers, that this numbers, again you are coming here, again you are writing, doing some operation, again the scanf comes, again you are reading it, right? But the command line is not like that, right? At one shot you give all the inputs, at one shot you give all the inputs. Okay, after once you enter it, it will perform all the tasks, right? So again, the unique compiler system, unique system, okay, operating system, everything is operating on the command lines. So let's discuss how this command line is actually designed. First, I like to give the program. After giving the program, I will explain each and everything. Why this is given? Why what is this is doing it? Okay. Let's discuss first in C language. Later we can discuss in the Python. You know what? Like the first method to execute is main method. So I'll just tell it straightforwardly. I'll tell it as main method. Nothing else. Okay. There is a small changes over here. There is a small changes here. In a main method, guys, there are two parameters. How many parameters, guys? Two parameters. One is integer parameter. Other one is character type. Okay, character type. It stores the address. Okay, maybe like you can tell you, I can call it as two-dimensional array. Okay, this is nothing but a two-dimensional array. Okay, two-dimensional array is nothing but it's a one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array. In that dimension, it is storing the address. That address is pointing to character type. Okay, I'll be explaining this part. Okay, I'll be explaining this right now. I'll explain what is this, how it is acting it. Those things I'll explain it. For now, this is actually indicated as two-dimensional array, or else you can tell it as a array, a single-dimensional array which stores the address, which is pointing to the character type. And one more variable, this is nothing but in integer variable. Why this integer also, I will tell it. Okay, why this integer also, I will tell it. Okay, so for example, I will tell it as a variable, I will tell it as n. Okay, according to this algorithm, you can see argc and argv, correct, right? Argc and argv, but you can give any of the variables, no problem with that. Okay, so I want to give here argc itself, sir. Here I want to give argv itself, sir. Nothing like that. You know the concept of variable, it can be anything. All right, that 5 rules and regulation, whatever you follow it, you have it, right? So let's discuss how this is working, okay, or else I will write a program, and after that I will explain line by line. What is this? I have main method, okay, I have main method. In that main method I have two parameters, right? I have two parameters. One is int n, other one is character type star ch and array. Okay, I will tell you why this character is also given. Okay, I will tell you why this character is also given. How this is executed after when you compile this, guys. How do you compile this file, guys? How do you compile this file? You'll tell it as cc file name. Let's say like what is that? File name is cmd.c. Right? After doing this, you will run the program. During the runtime, you're passing the command, right? What is that? During the runtime, you're passing the command. Okay, that is why it is called as command line argument. When you're passing the commands, guys, when you're passing the commands, this is one thing you need to remember it. When you're passing the command during the runtime. What is the runtime, guys? /a.out. This is the compile time. At the compile time, you are not reading it. Whereas scanf everything during the compile time, you will do it. Okay, after running the program, you will be passing the arguments, right? Here, along with while running the program, while you are about to run the program, at that time you are passing the commands here. So where we need to pass the commands, where we need to pass the commands, the commands you can pass it after /a.out. This is also one command, guys. This is also one command. Okay, after that, after giving the space, you can pass one more command. After one more space, you can pass one more command. After space, one more command. How many commands you can pass it, sir? You can pass n number of commands. You can pass n number of commands. So when you will pass it, during the runtime. Okay, during the runtime, you will be passing the commands. Okay, even this one is also command itself. cmd.c. This one is also command itself. It is working on the command line itself. Even /a.out is also a command, right? So you are passing the several command. Okay, in this line, I want to store this data, guys. I want to store entire data. This entire data I want to store it, right? So that what I'll take is I will take a array, guys. I will take what? Array. Okay, now I'll be explaining this. I'll be explaining this part. Neatly I'll be explaining this part. Okay, how this part is working. For example, this part I'll be explaining it now. Okay, what is this? What is this part is called as chr character star ch off. Okay, I'll be explaining why this one, why this character itself, why not it is integer, everything. Okay, look on here, guys. Look on here. Look on here. For example, I'll be reading this data. For example, I'll tell it this data ./a.out out. Okay, out out. I'll tell it has a number called as 56, a character called as a. I will read it. A string called as abc also I will read it. Number, okay, fractional number like let's say like 56.76. Okay, I will read this data. Okay, tell me, guys, to read this all data, what is the type, guys? Do you have any type, any particular type, guys, to read this all data? Okay, this data should be read by everything. This data should be read by everything. There is one data type which can read all this kind of data, right? Right, guys? Okay, why character array? Why character array? Why character array, guys? So it is not integer. It is not integer. Integer only read integer value, so it is eliminated. Float, coming to this float and double, it will read only this float and double, right? Those data, this is also eliminated. Void, I cannot use it because you cannot access the data itself. So this one is also eliminated. The remaining thing is what, guys? Only the character type, right? Remaining thing is what? Character type. Since you don't have a string type, okay, string is a non-primitive type, okay, primitive type data type is nothing but a character type. Since you have only character type, so I'll be using the collection of characters. That is nothing but array. I will be using it, right? I'll be using it what? Array. Why I'm using character type itself? Why I'm using character type? Anyone? Any guesses, guys? Once upon a time in 1947, you remember it? I have told that for each individual character, you have the ASCII values. Remember that, guys? For each individual character, whatever it is, whatever the character is, you have something called as ASCII values, right? So using that concept, using this array, using this char, using this character, I can use anything. Okay, so which array I'll be using it? Character type of array I'll be using it. That is the reason I'll be using character of array. I'll be using it what? Character of array I'll be using it. That is the only reason I'll be using character type of array. Done? Done, guys. Now what I'll be using is why I have left this empty. Okay, I need one variable. I'll tell it as one variable. Why I have left this empty, guys? What this empty indicates? Normal, when you deal with the array, what this empty indicates? If I write it 5, I can only read it till 5 elements, right? If I leave it empty, as long as it grows on. Correct, right? That's the reason I can read n number of elements, n number of arguments I can pass it. This is the reason I can pass it n number of elements. This is the reason, n number of elements. Okay, now what I'll be doing it here is look on here, guys. It's just a array. Okay, so let's say like normally I'll take it as how many elements are there here. I have written here. How many elements I have written here? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 elements, right? So I'll tell it as here it is 0, here it is 1, okay, here it is 2, here it is 3, and here it is 4, right? Right, guys? Okay. Now this can be growable. This is nothing but growable, right? So you have one data here, ch, and you have one address here, let's say 1000 here. and ch is pointing to 1000 here. This much is cool, guys. This much is cool. Okay, now you have this ch is for this variable, and this is nothing but for the growable thing. What I am storing here, what I am storing inside here, what I am storing inside here, what I am storing inside here, that is more important, right? I'm not storing the character data. I'm not storing the character data. Look on here, guys. If I want to store character type of data, I can only store only one character here, right? Here only I can use it one character, right? Right, guys, do you agree with this? If this will become 1 byte, right? If I write it character ch of this one, that means it is a one data. I can only store 1 byte here, right? That's the reason they came up with something. I don't want to store character type here. I want to store address type here. I want to store here address. Sir, whose address I want to store it here? Look here, always the first address is for the file name. Okay, the file path name. I will write as path name. Okay, there will be a path name, guys. There will be a path name. There will be a path name in some address. Let's say like 2000. Let's say 2000. This address is actually stored here. This address is actually stored here. 2000. Done. Let's say like 56. 56 is a character type of array. This is also character type itself. This is also character type itself, right? So again, somewhere in the memory location, you have 56 also. You have 56 also. In the formation of arrays itself, it will be there. In the formation of what, guys? Arrays. Let's say the address is 3000. This 3000 address is stored over here. This 3000 address is stored over here, right? Let's say somewhere along the line, you have a character called as A, right? Character called as A. Let's say the address is nothing but 4000. This 4000 is actually stored over here. 4000 is stored here. Okay. Now let's say somewhere along in the memory, you have something called as ABC, right? And you have /0. Let's say the address is 5000. Let's say the address is 5000. This 5000 is stored here. This 5000 is stored here. Let's say last one is what, guys? Last one is what? Let's say somewhere in the memory location 56.76/0, right? So let's take it like this. So this is also an array. Let's take it. Okay, let's take it this one, and let's say the address is nothing but 6000. The 6000 is stored over here. The 6000 is stored over here. Now what this becomes, guys? What this becomes, actually, technically speaking, this is nothing but a two-dimensional thing, right? So what do you want to tell it? It is a character type of array which stores the address. That address is pointing to the character type of data. That address. This is ch is nothing but ch of 0 is nothing but if you tell ch of 0, okay, definitely will get it address. Okay, if you tell ch of 0 and 1, you will get it, that data you will get it. Okay, nothing to worry about it, right? So if you want to print something, if you want to print ch percentage s, okay, so you will tell ch of 0, it will definitely print the path name, the fully path name, it will print it. Okay, ch of 1, if you tell ch of 1, it will print 56. ch of 2, it will print it. Ch of 2, what is that? 4000 it will go and it will print it A. ch of 3, it will print it. ch of 3, if I go ch of 3, it will print it ABC. ch of 4, it will go 6000. Okay, 6000 is pointing to here 56.76. Okay, that's the reason I was telling pointer topic is very important. Pointer topic is very important. Whatever you delete from there, the pointer is very important. Okay, all the concepts are related to the pointer itself. I hope you got this point, right? I hope you got this point. Why I am writing this line. Got it, guys? You got it, why this variable is, you got to know why I am writing like this, and you got to know why this star is, and you got to know why this character is. Any doubt on this? Any doubt on this? Okay, so can I have n number of arguments here? Yes, sir, I can have n number of arguments. So can I have here the longest string, sir? Can I have the very longest string, sir? Can I have any data, sir? Can I have float, sir? Can I have double, sir? Can I have integer, sir? Can I have anything, sir? Yes, I can have it. I can have it. Okay, any of the data I can have it over here. Okay, that data will be in the which format, sir? That data will be in the format of character. That data will be format of character itself. Whatever you read it. Okay, maybe like float is also in the character itself. Even ABC in a string is also in the character of array itself. Even the integer also in the format of what? Character itself. In the format of character itself. Now one more argument, guys. That is nothing but int n. Why this int n, sir? Why we need this int n? What is this it is holding it? Okay, it is holding just a number, guys. Okay, int n, integer number, it is nothing but n. What is it holding is? Boolean is nothing but an integer, ma. It's nothing but an integer itself. Right? Again, it will be stored in the format of character itself. 0 and 1, it is stored in the format of character itself. So int n, right? What is this holding? It is holding the number of arguments you have passed it. You tell me, guys, how many total number of arguments are there now for this example? How many? This is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4, this is 5. This n will be holding this number 5. Okay, and this number, without this number, I cannot do it further operation. I will tell you why this pi is. I will tell you why this pi is. Okay, maybe like you want to read all the arguments at that time. Yahi kaam aayega aapko. Got it? One by one, you want to print it at that time. This is the much more needed. It is just telling the size of this array. The size of this array. Right? What is the size of this current array? And you know how to find the size of this array without using size of function. Also, you know it how to find it out. That is the same operation. It is also following. Nothing to worry about. Got it? So I hope you are clear with the name called as main. You are clear. Sorry, you have cleared with main. Why this int n is? You got to know why this int n is. Why this int n, guys? Int n is nothing but it is holding how many arguments you have passed. Okay, if you're passing 3 arguments, it is only storing 3 arguments. If you're passing nothing, it is just storing 1. Right? There is one argument. There is actually one argument. Right? So what is this? What is this, guys? This one is like one variable, which is nothing but a single dimensional array. In that array, you are having address. That address is pointing to where, guys? A character type. A character type. So this is what it is. Okay, you need to know this so much thing. Any queries you can ask me. Till here, any queries you can ask me. Okay, Smriti, look on here. Okay, sir, I'm getting some questions. I'm getting some questions stating that, sir, you have 3,000 numbers, sir. This is 3,000, sir, right? 3,000. Yeah, आपको पता है, हमको पता है, integer है करके, right? When I'm reading it, I'm reading in the form of what? Character itself. That is my next topic of explanation. Right? This is in the form of what? Character itself. This has some address. Let's say address is nothing but 7,000. Right? I'm reading a new value called as 3,000. This 7,000 is actually appended here. Right? The address is stored here. This address is stored here. Now, when I tell ch of 5, it is printing what? 3,000. Okay, and trust me, and this will be in the format of what? String itself. It will be format of character itself. It will be format of what? Character itself. That is the question: how to convert the character to integer? That string concept into integer concept. Now, what I want to print it, guys, I want to print it. What is it printing with? Let's say printf. I will tell it has percentage d and n, right? So I want to print it first. What is this n is printing it? What is this n is printing it? And later on, I will just tell it has printf. Okay, printf. I will tell it has percentage s, right? It is all in the format of string format. That is the collection of character, right? So I'll be using a format specifier called as percentage h itself. Okay, percentage h itself. Okay, here what I okay, nothing to worry about it. Okay, percentage h itself. Okay, so what I do is here I'll tell it as first argument. I'll tell it as ch of 0. I'll read 3 arguments. I'll read it 3 arguments. Next I will tell it as printf. I'll tell it as percentage s slash n, and I will tell it as ch of 1. Okay, so I'll tell it as again. I'll tell it as printf. I'll tell it as percentage s, and I will tell it as ch of 2. Done, guys. Ch of 2. For now, I'll be reading only so much. Okay. So first one is what, guys? I'll be telling it has n, as well as again I will be reading 0, 1, 2. Right. So I'll run this. You will get the confirmation now. Okay. During the runtime, I want to pass the commands. Right. I'll use the space. First, I'll pass the string type of input, right? I'll tell it as mibweb, right? So again, I'll give a space. I'll tell it as 56. I'm passing what is integer type. Again, I will give space and I'll tell it as 78.9. 78.9. Okay, how many arguments I am passing it, guys? I'm passing here 4 arguments, right? This is the 0th argument, this is the first argument, this is the second, and this is the third argument. Okay, now if I run this, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'll enter this, guys. So your n value is nothing but 4, guys. Your n value is nothing but 4, guys. Yes, it is nothing but 4. What is the first argument, guys? ch of 0. ch of 0 is printing ./a.out. Okay, in other compilers, you will get the path name, fully qualified path name. You will get it. Either you will get it ./a.out, or else you will get the path name, a pure path name. You will get it. Okay. And then what is the second argument? I am passing mibweb here. What is the third argument? I am passing what? 56. After that, I am accepting it, but I have never printed in my program. I have not printed in my program, right? That dynamic, I will write it now. Sir, it is, sir, is it that it is not taking float value? It is taking a float value. And say, sir, boolean value, sir, 1. It is also taking it. Nothing to worry about. Now it is reading all the things. Let's write it in a generalized form. I'll go for this one. So I know what is the n value, guys. So I'll put it in a loop statement, guys. I'll put it in a what, guys? I'll put it in a loop statement. So what, how to put it in a loop statement? I'll tell it as like for, I know array starts from int I is equal to 0, I is equal to 0. Okay, int I is equal to 0, I will tell it. And I less than, I will tell it as n, I will tell it. N is nothing but the nth term it is pointing to, and I will tell it as I plus plus. Here I'll simply, I will come up and I will tell it as I, right? So I'll tell it as I. Here what I'll do it, I'll tell it as percentage %d. Okay, I will tell it as in the percentage %d what I'm storing it, right? So for that I will tell it as I comma. So I need to know indexing, right? In 0th I'm storing this, in first I'm storing this, or else you can, to be generalized, you can tell it as like this. To know it perfectly, you can tell it as like this, ch of, in which argument you are storing what, right? So I will run this program, right? I will let us compile it, done. I will let us dot slash a.out out, and I will let it has like mibweb. I'll let it has yum. Next one I'll let it as 67.78. Next one, what is the data I want to give it? Any other data like 34, I will tell it. Again, I will tell it as Boolean value, I will tell it as 1, and I will tell it as 0. All the data will be in the form of like this. Okay, how many arguments I have it? I have total arguments has 7 arguments. In the 0th argument, I have this, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Is that cool, guys? Is that cool? So you got to know how it is. Okay, now I'll be giving one exception for you. I will give you a problem now. I'll give you a problem now. Okay, what is the problem? Okay, I'll be taking two types. If it is character, cool, no problem, right? If it is a character, no problem, right? If it is a character string also, no problem, nothing to worry about. There's a problem for integer as well as float or double, whatever it is. I'll take it as integer and float. I'll tell it as int n is equal to, I'll tell it, and I'll tell it as float f is equal to, I'll tell it. Okay, I'll just show you the problem. Okay, so first I'll read character, next I'll read integer, next I'll read it float. How many arguments will you read it? 3 arguments, right? In ch of 1, I'll have it, I have it character. In ch of 2, I have it integer, I'll be having integer. In ch of 3, I'll be having float. Okay, so I'll be having float. Now what is the thing I'll be running it? I will be running this program, I'll run this program. Okay, I'll compile this program. When I'm compiling this program, okay, when I'm compiling this program, I'm getting a slap, a beautiful slap. That errors, you need to read it. Okay, the first error, the warning, what is this warning, guys? What is this warning? Just read it down. What is the warning? Incompatible pointer to integer conversion, initializing a character with the expression of the type character star. Okay, difference. Okay, there is a difference. The first thing, you have the warning, but it will convert it, not to worry about it. It is telling that in ch of 1 you have the more number of data that is stored in the character, in the single character, right? So that is one possibility it is telling it. And next one, it is telling that something error, it is purely telling it is an error. Okay, redefinition of n. Okay, redefinition of n it is telling. Okay, for redefinition of n it is telling. Okay, this is not actually the error. Okay, this is the common error. Okay, why it is showing this error n? Because in main also you have used it n, and here also you are using that n. That is not actually the error which I am gonna discuss it. The next one is something very important. Okay, previous definition is here. Okay, that is what it is telling it. This one you look on initialization float with the expression of incompatible type character star. It is telling that it is type mismatching it. Okay, you are storing character type of data, you are reading character type of data, and you are storing it into the float type of data. This is not possible. Okay, this is not possible. So I will clear that. I'll clear that n1 thing. I'll clear that n1 thing. So I'll just put it as n1, right? So I'll go for here, and I'll let as cc_cmd.c, right? So I'll be getting a pure error now. I'll be getting a pure error now. Okay. So here also you are getting it int with expression of type character star. Okay, this is all the things you are getting it. Okay. Now how can you overcome this? How can you overcome this? For example, sir, look onto this, sir. I'm reading here integer, sir. I'm reading here integer data, sir. But I want to store it in integer, sir, but I'm getting a slap, sir. For example, I'm getting integer n, right? In ch of 1, I have integer data. In ch of 2, I have what data, guys? I have float type of data. I have here float, I have here integer type of data. Okay, so I want to store it in n1, and this one I want to store it in FLO80 float f, right? Float f. This one I want to store it in a float type of data, right? So what I want to store it, I want to store it ch of 1. I want to store it ch of 1. Here what I want to store it, here I want to store it ch of 2. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, this is in this string type, this is in the string type, this is also in the string type. That is nothing but character type, right? So how to convert this character to integer, how to convert this character to float. Okay, they came up with a special method, some special method to pass this argument in the special method that is called as some inbuilt method that is called as a to I and a to f. Okay, what is this? A to I and A to f. Okay, simple thing, guys. This is a method which is actually in the stdlib.h. Okay, this is in this header file. If you want to use this method, you need to use this method. You need to use this header file. What this method is? Okay, A to I means ASCII to integer. You need to convert this, whatever you're passing this one, you need to convert to ASCII to integer. Whatever you're passing to here, passing this argument, you need to convert to ASCII to float. This is the data you're passing it, and it will convert to ASCII to float and will return the data and to store it into the f. Here it is returning the data of integer and storing into the n. Okay, that is how you will overcome on it. That is how you will overcome on it. Let's go for the terminal, guys. Let's go for the terminal. Let's say vicmd.c, right? vicmd.c. Okay, what I need to do it. Okay, what I need to do it. I will remove this character thing, so nothing to worry about it. Okay, so I'll remove this. So how to overcome this one? So I'll delete as a to I, ASCII to integer. I'll pass this in one method. Okay, a to I is a method which is in the stdio. A to, what is this? To I want to convert to float. I will delete as f. Okay, I'll delete as f. So I'll store it over here, right? So next time what I'll do it, I'll just print it up, printf. I'll delete as %d and %f slash in. I have it. What I have it? I have it n1 comma f. I have n comma plus f. Okay, now I'll run this, guys. Definitely I'll be getting one warning. Okay, what is this warning, guys? What is this warning? So I'll be getting a warning for a to I. Okay, I want you to read it, this a to I warning. What is this warning? Implicit declaration of %f. Wait a second. Is invalid. Okay, it's invalid. Okay, it is not telling where this header file is. Okay, fine, no problem. I'll tell us ./a.out out. First one is integer. I'll tell us 34. Next one is 3.14. I will tell it. Right. So if I run this program, okay. So I'll be going to here. I'll be using that header files. Let's see, like hash clut hash include. I will tell it as stdlib.h. Okay, I'll be using what? stdlib.h. Okay, fine. Here there is one small problem. There is nothing but first argument. There's nothing but second argument. Okay, I'll run this. e.oet, right? So if okay, so this is coming segmentation fault because of this one, right? So I want to read integer here. I want to read 3.14 here, right? If I read it here, what is it getting it, guys? I'm getting it has integer here itself. I'm getting it here. What? This one. What is this? 3.14 has float itself. Now it is converted to float. Here it was just a string, right? Here it was just a string type, like character type. Now what did happen? It actually converted into the float type. There was a difference, guys. There was a difference. So when you were using point, okay, it was only printing 67.98 itself, right? If it was float, it would have printed 98.0000, like that it have printed. Got it? Got it, guys? From here onwards, you can write your own logic. Okay, from here you are reading the data now, right? This is nothing but taking an input now, n1. By using this n1, you can do all the operation. Like whatever the input you need to read it, now you can write it. So adding two numbers, you can write it. Fibonacci series, you can write it. To find the prime number also, you can write it. No problem. Got it? By this itself, you can make a simple calculator also, right? You can go and you can do the calculation in the command line itself, right? For 4 into 5, you can do it. No problem with that, right? You can just pass what is the operation you want to do it. You will be having that operation. Guys, I just wanted to show you this so much things. If you know so much things, then remaining part is one and the same. Okay, for example, I can tell you like this. Okay, for example, I can tell you like this. Look on here, guys. What is the thing? I'll go for the programming now. I'll go for the programming. I'll erase this. Okay, for example, I want to add two numbers, right? I will tell it as int n, or else I'll tell it as int a, comma. I'll tell it as, or else I can tell it like this. Okay, just I'll tell it as int sum equal to, I can tell it. Okay, in sum I can tell it. Okay, two numbers, right? I know it is only two numbers, right? So I have ch of n, I have ch of n, and I have ch of n minus 1. I'll let us ch of n minus 1, right? I want to add these two numbers, right? I want to add these two numbers, right? But you know, these two numbers are in the format of what? Character type. It's a string type data, right? So what I need to use it, guys, I need to use one method called as, I need to before taking this data, after taking this data, first step is I want to convert to the integer type, right? How to convert this to integer type? I'll be using one method called as a to I, right? A to I, that is nothing but ASCII to integer, right? So it is converted to integer type. Now this one also I need to convert it to integer to ASCII to integer. So I'll be opening this and I'll be closing this, right? I'll be closing this. Now what I need to do to use this a to I need to use stdlib.h. I use stdlib.h, nothing to worry about it, right? So again I will come here. What is the final answer I want to print it? I need to print it just printf. I need to print it what? Percentage d. I want to print it sum, right? I will print it what? Sum. Done. Okay. Now what I do is I will go for here. I will compile this. Now tell me, guys. Now tell me. I have 3, I have 5, I have 7. Now tell me what is the answer of this one, right? So majority got the point, right? Majority got the point. What is this segmentation fault? Why is segmentation fault? Wait a second. n minus 2 कर दूंगा इधर पे n minus 1 कर दूंगा. अब सही है? Look on here. When I'm reading, for example, I'll be going to here. Okay, so I'll compile this and I will read the same command, right? I'll be reading same command. What is the n value, guys? What is the n value now here? It is nothing but 4, right? If I tell it ch of n, there is nothing called as fourth element, right? Here you have zeroth index, first index, second index, third index. This is the n minus 1 element. This is the n minus 2 element. This is the n minus 3 element. This is the n minus 4 element. In Python, you will come with the reverse, right? Slicing. The same concept I'm doing it here also, right? So I'll be entering this here. I'll be having a 12, right? So now you can take it. It is now generalized, right? It is now generalized. Last two element always counted. Last two element. It will always add the last two elements, right? No matter what the element you can take it. Whatever the element you take it, it will add last two elements. So 89 plus 8 is nothing but what? 97, right? So it will print at 97, right? So for example, you take it whatever the element is. You can take it whatever the element is, right? So you take it whatever the element is. The last two elements, whatever it is, 7 and 8, right? 7 and 8, you will be getting it so and so answer. By this, you can read the element and you can execute all the programs. Okay, I'll just tell you the beauty of the command line, guys. I'll just tell you the beauty of the command line. What is the beauty of the command line? I'll print it as sample input of that one. I'll just print it as sample input. I'll tell as n1. I'll tell as ch of 1. I'll be converting to a to I, right? I'll be converting to a to I. I'll be telling it, right? Done, right? So n1 you have it, right? So next remaining thing, what I need to do it for? I'll tell it int I is equal to 0, I less than whatever the element n1 is, and I plus plus, right? So simple input, I can tell it has okay. I'll take one more for loop. One more for you. Remember one pattern you have done it for pyramid. J is less than 9. Okay, I'll tell it has n minus I minus 1. The pyramid wala pattern, right? So I'll tell it as G plus plus. I hope everyone know about this. That's the reason I am writing this one. Printf, I will tell it as space here. Each element will print it space. I'll come here. I'll tell it has for int j is equal to 0 and j less than 2 into I plus 1, right? So I'll tell it as j plus plus. I'll come and I'll tell it has printf. I'll tell it as star here. Star here. After this, I will just tell it has printf slash n. Okay, this is exactly your command line argument. This is exactly your command line argument. So I'm controlling it by this n1. Normally, what you used to do it, you used to use it scanf to run all this program, right? So you used to write a scanf and you used to enter it, right? Now what I'm doing it during the runtime, I'm writing it. If I write a scanf after running the program, it is reading it during the runtime, right? on at the runtime and during the runtime there is total changes, right? So if I run this program, so okay, so what is this? I have used, never used it, undeclared I. Okay, 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 dot slash a dot all. I'll do it as 5 and I'll be getting it as 555. Okay, so simple thing is, okay, so I need to change the logic of that. इधर है ना n1 minus ना, okay, n1 minus I minus 1. Okay, somewhere I have made some mistake, might be putting the flower bracket maybe. Okay, I'll just put the, okay, I am looking onto the Python, right? So that's the reason I'm getting like this. Okay, so I'll put it in into the flower bracket, one block I will tell it. If I tell one block, that's the only small problem I want to fix it. If I go here and I will tell it has 5 here, and you will be having it. Okay, what's the beauty of this command line is during the runtime you can change it now. Okay, so runtime I'm changing it, at the runtime I'm changing it, all the values I'm changing it here itself. Got it? Whereas in other side, whereas in the other hand, you need to write it again. The program is run, main method is called, right? After that, everything is running. Here, while calling the main method itself, I am passing the parameters for that. For a main method, I'm passing a parameters for that. What are the parameters you can pass it? You have the got it? The advantage is like speed in execution, then compared to your all the other things. Okay, while dealing with the hardware components, you go for the command line arguments itself, right? For example, look onto this, guys, airbags. Okay, you will be driving it. Okay, you will be driving it, whether you will be pressing any buttons, guys, okay, to switch on the airbag. Okay, airbag should be activated, any human interaction you needed it, everything is done by machine itself. Okay, it will calculate the speed and that force it will calculate it at the time the airbag is generated, right? Same thing, it is taking just a command and it is executed. There will be no interrupt during the execution. Just imagine, okay, you are meeting with an accident. Okay, I pray not to. Okay, for example, right? So what happens, the airbag should open now. It will ask it, okay, enter 1 to open airbag. Whether it will ask it, guys, whether it will ask the user input? No, it will never ask the user input. It will take the command and it will get executed. At this situation, you will be using the command line argument itself. And same thing you can do it in Python also. Just a brief, a small note I'll be telling it in Python. Just 2 minutes topic, very small topic in Python it is. Okay, how to write the same concept in Python, something like this, guys. I'll be going to idle. Okay, I'll go for new file. Okay, so what I want to import is, okay, I want to import one file, right? I want to import one thing that is nothing but sys. Okay, I'll be importing this sys. Okay, in that there are other operation which I need to perform. Okay, that's it. This is the only one line which I need to write it in the for the command line thing. Okay, in Python. So how to do it? Put it up all these things. I'll just tell it as print. I'll just tell it as sys and dot. There is some variable name called as argv. I'll be reading this. Got it? So what is this? I'll be using what? Argv. Okay, so here you need to use argv itself. Okay, because it is predefined. It is built in the sys. And now again, I want to read the first argument, right? So I'll read a first argument. If I want to read in a first argument, I will tell it has what I will tell it, guys, to read first argument. Same thing I'll be telling it. Printf. I'll be telling it has it is same as you use it in string. Okay, in Java the same thing. Instead of character, you'd use it string. Why you use it string? Because you have string data type. That's it, right? Non-primitive data type. That's it. You have it, right? So if I tell it has okay, so much I will print it, guys. So much I will do it. This one thing I will write it. There's only one line I will write it, and I will show you how it is executed. Okay, during running, when you run it, you need to go for this one, guys. Customized. Okay, customized one. If you go for the customized one, okay, I'll save it before executing it. I will go for here and I'll tell it as cmd.py. I'll tell it and I'll save it. Okay, replace it. Sorry, I'll replace this. I'll be running this, okay, and I'll be getting one prompt to pass the arguments. Let's say the same argument I'll pass it. I'll tell it as mibweb, I'll tell it as 12, I'll tell it as 78.90, and I'll tell it as a character, right? I will tell it as one character. One character I'll tell. Enter this. Look on this, guys. The first argument is a path name. First argument is nothing but a path. Okay, first argument is nothing but a path, and I'll be getting the second argument and third one and fourth one and fifth one. So you have not passed this one, sir. Okay, it is actually the default thing. Nothing to worry about. Okay, always the first name will be path name or the /a.o. Any one of this. Nothing to worry about. Got it? And everything will be in the format of string itself. Look on this. All the data will be in the format of what? String itself. Now I want to convert this string to other types, right? I want to convert this string to other type. You know what? In Python, it is very easy, right? So what do you do it, guys? Simple thing. You will just tell it as typecasting. How do you do the typecasting, guys? How do you do the typecasting it? So you want to, if you want to convert it into integer, you will tell it as int of whatever it is, right? So if you want to convert argv of 1, you want to convert it, you can convert it directly, right? So I'll be storing it in one variable. I'll be storing it in one variable. Let's say like a equal to, right? So what I'll do it now, I'll just print it out. I'll let as printf, I'll let it as a. Sorry, not printf, it's something about print, I'll let it as a. Okay? So I'll be getting the data in the format of integer, right? So same thing for float, same thing for double, nothing to worry about. So I'll compare, I'll save this, I'll just tell 67, I will tell it, I'll be running this. So it was in the string type, and I have it in a integer type, 67. Done. So this is in the Python. In Java, you need to do it integer dot person. Okay, why? Because string is a non-primitive, and you need to call all the boxing and unboxing happens over there. The concept of boxing and unboxing takes place.